part of the team. Because else we wouldn't in games, you know, because everyone just, you know, feeds.
Yeah, like you. So let's get to this next one. We got Crossfire SE, man. The goes are going down as I ignore Fire Silver's comeback to that one. I was given a quick blow, man, below the belt. Let's do this. The countdown has begun. Hell yeah, let's have some fun here in this next game. It looks like it's going to be a sweet one at that. Q to the QQ.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first semi-final that we're covering today of the ISC number 4, GLSnute versus BeastyQt, ZVT, and you know it's one of the few ZVTs that I've actually seen on Crossfire SC for the past few months at least. I haven't seen much of that, but hopefully now we'll see a good match. GLSnute coming from Norway, BeastyQt from Serbia. It should be quite a good matchup, and ZVT always a traditional, always a very complicated matchup, very complex, and it should be a good one. What do you think, Zuka?
Yeah, I really like this map, Crossfire. If you look at it right now as it's loading, it's definitely a true two-player map, as there are only two starting positions, and it kind of allows players to zigzag across the map toward their opponent. The way that each base is set up, it kind of goes in a Z formation, and I'm really looking forward to seeing BeastyQt, who is currently ranked #1 Grandmaster on Europe, playing against GLSnute, who is also a Grandmaster. I believe he is in the top 10.
Yeah, he definitely is Grandmaster. I'm not sure about top 10, but I know he is up there in the GM division. And finally we load in. Will someone get dropped because of this loading screen? We'll have to wait and see. Hopefully that won't happen. Monono gets dropped though, and that's a shame, but no one cares about that. We're just going to continue on.
Just to interrupt here, GLSnute is 4 in the Grandmaster League, so it's very close.
Yeah.
That's right, my beliefs are correct.
They are correct, and you know that leads me to believe that they probably face each other all the time, man. And let's see how they're gonna do in this game. We have GLSnute spawning in the bottom position of Crossfire, Red Zerg. Top position is landed the Yellow Terran, BeastyQt. Like you said, two-player map, a very crissy-crossy, a lot of expansions to take, very narrow chokes everywhere. So engagements are key in big battles.
Yeah, this is really going to come down to picking your battles wisely. I mean, so far we've seen from Beasty a lot of early aggressive play. He usually transitions into some type of 1-1-1 build. It'd be interesting to see what he's going to do against Snute. We'll probably see Snute early expanding and then trying to go into some type of defensive play, because Beasty has been just a beast with those harassments that we've seen today, Addicted.
Yeah, he has, and let's see if he can actually abuse any dropship play at any point in the game. I mean, there's a lot of space, especially on this expansion area, where you can try to dropship your opponent and do a lot of damage and just pick up and escape. And there's also 2 gold bases, man. There's one over here and one over here, so it should be interesting to see if they get taken at any point, as they will bring a major economical advantage to either of those players. We're seeing BeastyQt going to scout right now. An early catcher has gone down here for Snute, and he should be going for his pool very shortly once he gets those drones into a high enough count. Maybe a 15 or a 16 pool should be quite normal to see from him. Again, BeastyQt is going to take quite a while to reach the destination of Snute, because it's a very long map, and like we said, it's a crissy-crossy path that you have to go for, and the SCV isn't the fastest unit.
Yeah, definitely. The SCVs are not the fastest unit. Actually, a little bit of StarCraft trivia for everyone out there. What do you think is faster, a charge lot or a Zergling with metabolic speed boost on creep? I'm going to give you the answer in about 2 or 3 minutes. I'll let you guys make your guesses. But back to the game. Don't spoil it for me, Addicted. The spawning pool for Snute went down a little early. He actually threw down a 13 pool, so he may be worried about some type of bunker harassment. But the real question is, what are we going to see from BeastyQt? The last games we've been seeing those Banshees, and he has been incredibly successful with them. He's been transitioning into some type of quick bunker marine play for the harass, which is what we're seeing. Then he'll get out a couple of Hellions, and he's doing a wonderful job here, Addicted, of making that bunker in a very strategic place so the Marine is kind of safe behind there. He's not completely blocked off, but he does have a narrow choke point to defend, and in come the Zerglings. They can get by. I guess they're not. He is completely blocked off. Very, very good. Very nice placement.
Yeah, that shows you that he studied the map a lot. He hasn't done this for the first time. He knows exactly what he's doing. And of course, another vital point is that Zerglings couldn't get a full surround on the bunkers, take it out. It did take down the SCV building it, but another SCV can always arrive there to finish that bunker, or it will get cancelled. And it looks like it's going to be fast Hellions here for BeastyQt. Hellion, the type of expand, as he is already committing to his expansion, building it. They'll probably turn into an orbital command before landing it and fortifying himself. He's actually fortifying himself right now at undersupply depot, so no Zerglings can actually enter his base for a counterattack. These Zerglings are just hiding. One is hiding to check when the expansion will land. The other ones will be scouting around. And this one Zergling, you know, it's not going to get in. It might get one SCV kill there, but here come the Hellions. There will be 2 more on the way, and BeastyQt will continue on his aggression, transitioning from the bunker play into the Hellion aggression and then expanding behind it if it's successful enough and going for another factory. So it's not going to be a one-on-one build. It didn't look like it anyway because it was only one refinery. And it's probably going to be heavy Hellion, man. I mean, if I have to guess anything, maybe Blue Flamers are on the way.
Yeah, you said it, Addicted. It doesn't look like we're going to be seeing any Banshees, and it's a right call there. He only got the 1 gas. You definitely need 2 gases from that. I'm going to guess in this point he's going to go Hellions, and then once he's done going Hellions, he'll pick up that factory, and then he'll drop it back down on the tech lab and just transition into the standard Marine tank. And it looks like those 4 Hellions are going to be moving out across the map. They're getting that map awareness. They've cleared the Zelnaga towers, and they are going to get met by a couple of spine crawlers. Now, these spine crawlers are in pretty good strategic position. There's a nice evolution chamber there to try to block it, but unfortunately, those Hellions are going to be able to whittle down on that. There is one queen here, but he better be careful to stay in position or those Hellions can run right by. He knows he wants to stay on that ramp, Addicted. And right now, it's just going to be a little bit of that cat and mouse micro as BeastyQt is just continuing to attack with those Hellions and harass, and it looks like Snute's answer is just going to be continuing to pump out drones.
Yeah, he's just droning up. I mean, those Hellions aren't really aggressing towards the mineral line. There are no threats to the drones, so you can keep on pumping drones. Meanwhile, because that contained with the Hellions, BeastyQt has expanded. You know what, man? I'm wondering if he's just gonna go for full-on mech play. I mean, I've seen so many players that go from the beginning with Blue Flamers, just continue on with mech play instead of going for that very traditional Marine tank. And let's see what he's gonna go for. We're seeing many Hellions being pumped out, and he's just building them up. Maybe he's gonna go for a massive Hellion death push when the Blue Flame upgrade finishes. He's already got a decent number of Hellions. He's got 12 of them. Let's see if he continues on to pump more. 2 more on the way, 1 more on the way, and 18 Lings are on the way for GLSnute. And you know what? Those Lings will just melt if they're met by those Blue Flamers. And let's see if GLSnute can try to make a different answer for that. As we see, some roaches would be nice to counter the Hellions, but look at this, man. I mean, BeastyQt already making tanks, and he'll be able to counter that very effectively.
Yeah, definitely. As I said, once he's done with those Hellions, and he's got a good force up there, about 10, and more than 10. He's got about, let's see, going to the units tab. Wow, he's got about 14 Hellions right now, and they are all moving in, and they're probably going to try to do some run-by, but that Queen is strategically just blocking the ramp. But look at all those Blue Flamers. They're just going to be able to run around and roast all these drones, line them up, right, Addicted? There is a lot of spine crawlers. They're going to kill all the Hellions, but, I mean, if you go into the units lost tab, it looks like he's already lost 30 units, so that's, you know, a good amount of units for the Terran player to have ahead.
Definitely, he killed 11 drones with that massive attack there, and the Hellions, a lot of them are still alive. They can still do damage, and they're going to scout around and find this third base. A very quick one there by GLSnute, and it will get seen here. It will not be destroyed as of yet, and let's see if GLSnute can protect it or anything. He's just feeding his creep like crazy. Look at all those creep tumors he's about to lay down. And we're seeing the +2 armor coming up for those Zerglings. And, you know, it looks like he's actually BeastyQt actually transitioning into marine tank, so he's not going to go for any mech play. He's going to keep on that traditional marine tank composition that's so very effective. And you know, nice way of countering that is Link Bling Muta. We see the bailing nest is already up. The upgrade for the centrifugal hooks is on the way, and those bailings will get rolling very soon. But there's no air right now. It's just a lot of lings in bailings, and wow, would GLSnute actually go for a bust? That would be interesting to see. But with so many tanks and marines on the field, would that work? I mean, the tanks don't have siege mode, I guess, so there is a timing for GLSnute to strike.
Yeah, absolutely. Addicted. It looks like centrifugal hooks will finish before siege tank tech. So if he can, and it doesn't look like he's even going to wait for that. In come the banelings. That depot is down. Oh, the banes are going to completely get perfect position, and this is going to be a wonderful timing attack here for our Zerg player. BeastyQt caught with his pants down proverbially. A lot of banes trying to get in there. They're going to get all those SCVs. I mean, BeastyQt is able to clean this up, but we'll check out that he has lost a total of 11 workers there.
20.
Yeah, he lost 20 to 11. Very good.
It is very good, man. Those bailings just exploding all over the place, and the Zerglings doing some nice bit of damage as well. A few lucky ISCs survived on critical HP there. Same goes for the Marines, and we see another influx of rolling bailings being spotted here by the blue flamers. And let's see if those bailings are going to go for it again. GLSnute not afraid, but now he sees that siege tech is completed. He knows that his timing window is gone, and you have to move away with those forces and go somewhere else. But those annoying aliens are there, man. They're doing a lot of damage, and they're actually roasting a lot of bailings and narrowing their counts less and less with every single attack. We're seeing a very quick fourth as well by the code by GLSnute. He's really not shy from expanding, man. Also getting a macro hatch, so his production rate will very quickly increase. And you know, BeastyQt is still on 2 bases. He is not looking to expand as of yet. I mean, he can't expand right here. If he brings an SCV to build a direct command center there, it will get killed by all those links. So it's going to be interesting to see what he's going to try to do to expand. Right now he's going for a nice push with a lot of tanks and marines and some blue flame aliens that have survived during the last few minutes, and let's see what he can do with that.
Yeah, Addicted, we're transitioning to the part of the game where the Terran player feels like he needs to push out across the map, get a little map control, and he usually incorporates that with some drop play. We've seen that the Zerg player has elected to not go for the Spire and get mutas. Instead, he's gone for the Infester. So he's going to be challenged as far as map control and counterattack goes. He's not really going to have a lot of mutas to go ahead and flank the tanks and cause that quick counterattack that mutas allow. But he should be doing alright as far as economy goes, because that Baneling bust did do quite a bit of damage, and he is on 5 bases. Well, he's on 4, but it should be 5 shortly. But this push is coming out across the map, and it looks like the creep spread of Snute is going to be great, and he does see the awareness of this. But, I mean, as far as units go, he's just going to be hustling to get whatever Banelings he can, because it seems like he's a little behind right now.
Man, there's a lot of units there. Very nice positioning by the tanks by BeastyQt. You look at that tank right at the back, no way that tank is gonna die. Maybe if there's some mutas, they could snipe it from the back, but it's very hard right now. BeastyQt is really spreading his units to avoid any major battling contacts there, and he's just taking apart. This evolution chamber isn't gonna survive very long. It's already bleeding. The spore cores as well will go down. And a lot of links being produced by GLSnute to defend it against this. 30 links will be on the way, but I'm not sure if that's going to be enough, man. When you look at the spread again by BeastyQt, it's phenomenal. There's a lot of links right here for GLSnute doing nothing. They can't attack because these 2 siege tanks that are protecting this very nice wall up there. And I think with this attack, BeastyQt has done a tremendous amount of damage, man. He's really narrows down what GLSnute can do to defend against this, and now even going ahead and supply BeastyQt really dominating with his positioning. And we said that in the beginning of the game, and positioning on this map would be key, and BeastyQt has taken full advantage of that, I think.
Yeah, definitely. You said it, Addicted. He's taken advantage of these ramps using the siege tech, and I wouldn't say that this is the best map to go Zerglings on unless you're using flanking, because there's way too many choke points that the Terran player can use to his advantage. If you do flank, however, the Zerglings could be quite effective. So any unit is good if used properly, Addicted, but right now basically it looks like the Zerg player did not have enough units to meet this push from BeastyQt, and he's gonna lose that base. He does have other bases up and going. He's got the gold right here pretty much fully saturated. He's got a pretty good income, but